Hello everyone, this is Dr. Kalpana Chauhan. Today I am going to tell you about filtering and bandwidth in signal and system. A filter or filtering is the process by which the relative amplitudes of the frequency components in a signal are changed, or perhaps some frequency components are suppressed. Filter exhibits some sort of frequency selective behavior. Ideal filter can be categorized as low pass. These are the basic categorization: low pass filter, high pass filter, band pass filter, or band stop filter, based on the frequency component they are passing or they are capturing. Ideal frequency selective filters, if we are talking about those, an ideal frequency selective filter is one that exactly passes signals at one set of frequencies and completely rejects the rest one. The band of frequencies passed by the filter is referred to as the pass band, and the band of frequencies rejected by the filter is called the stop band. Here we are discussing the characteristics of ideal high pass band stop band pass filters. First of all, an ideal low pass filter is specified by the characteristics as given here. The output of the low pass filter is 1 for the frequencies which are below than the cutoff frequency, while it's showing the 0 for higher frequencies. Here we can see this characteristic in this graph. Here we have j omega on the y-axis and omega here in the x-axis. Now we can see the characteristics of low pass filter, that the value of this filter or response of this filter is 1 for the frequency cutoff frequency omega c, while for the higher frequencies the value of this filter is 0. While in case of ideal high pass filter, for the for high pass filter we have the response of this filter is 0 for the frequencies which are less than the cutoff frequencies, while it is 1 for higher frequency. We can represent it in the graph. Here we have x-axis is omega, and we can see that the high pass filter having value 1 only for the higher values other than the cutoff frequencies. Now next is the ideal band pass filter. An ideal band pass filter is specified for a particular frequency range. The output of the ideal band pass filter is 1 for a frequency band omega 1 and omega 2, and it is 0 otherwise. Means we can explain it with the help of these characteristics. We have h omega, and we can see that the output of this filter, band pass filter, is 1 only for a band of frequencies omega 1 and omega 2, and it is showing 0 output for other frequencies. Next is ideal band stop filter. An ideal band stop filter is specified by its response can be shown here h omega. It is 0 for a particular frequency band and 1 otherwise. Means it stops a particular band of frequencies. We can see it in this characteristic that it is stopping a band omega 1 to omega 2 here and passing the other frequencies. So this is called as the ideal band stop filters. So this is all about ideal low pass, ideal high pass, ideal band pass, ideal band stop filters. Now all filters are not ideal. They are non-ideal frequency selective filters. Let's take a simple continuous time causal frequency selective filter. Here we have taken a RC filter. RC filter is basically a low pass filter. The output yt and the xt are related by this equation RC dt divided by dt plus yt is equal to xt. If we are taking the Fourier transform on both sides of this equation, the frequency response h omega of this RC filter can be represented as hj omega is equal to, this is output y omega upon x omega. It is equal to 1 upon 1 plus j omega RC. Here we can represent this 1 upon RC is equal to omega naught. So the expression is 1 upon 1 plus j omega upon omega naught. So the amplitude response from the above equation can be h omega is equal to 1 upon mod of 1 plus j omega upon omega naught is equal to 1 upon 1 plus j omega upon omega naught square, and we are taking the root. The phase response of this filter is theta h omega is equal to minus tan inverse omega upon omega naught. Let's draw this amplitude response and phase response. First of all, here we have amplitude response. We have omega on the x-axis and h omega on the y-axis. The magnitude response of this filter is like a curve here, which is not like the ideal low pass filter. Here the inside one is showing the ideal characteristics. Here omega naught we are saying it is 1 upon RC. The frequency curve here, the phase response here, we can represent it like this. If we are calculating the theta h omega at different values of omega naught, and then we get this frequency phase response. Now bandwidth. In signals and system, bandwidth plays an important role. Now first of all, we are talking about the bandwidth of the filter or a system. In this case, we have absolute bandwidth or 3 dB bandwidth. Absolute bandwidth, if we are talking about this, the bandwidth omega b of an ideal low pass filter is equals its cutoff frequency. That is, omega b is directly equal to omega. In this case, omega b is called the absolute bandwidth. Absolute bandwidth of an ideal band pass filter is given by, this is for the low pass filter, and for ideal band pass filter it can be given as omega b is equal to omega 2 minus omega 1, where omega 2 and omega 1 are the frequency band. A band pass filter is called narrow band if this omega b is very less than to the omega naught. Omega naught here, to which we are saying omega naught, it is the central frequency. Means if we have a frequency band omega 1 and omega 2, then omega 1 plus omega 2 upon 2 is the central frequency. However, no bandwidth is defined for high pass or band stop filters. Only we have ideal low pass filter. We have defined absolute bandwidth for low pass filter and for the band pass filter. Next bandwidth is 3 dB, or we can say sometime it the half power bandwidth. For causal or practical filters, a common definition of filter or system bandwidth is the 3 dB bandwidth. Omega 3 dB. Omega 3 dB is defined as the positive frequency at which the amplitude spectrum h omega drops to a value h naught upon root 2. Here we can see that in this figure. We can note that h naught is the peak value of h omega for low pass RC filter. The 3 dB bandwidth is also known as the half power bandwidth because a voltage or current attenuation of 3 dB is equivalent to a power attenuation by a factor of 2. In the case of a band pass filter, 3 omega 3 dB is defined as the difference between the frequencies at which h omega drops to a value equal to 1 upon root 2 times the peak value of h omega. Here we have A is the peak value of h omega, and so this is the 3 dB bandwidth. This definition of omega 3 dB is useful for systems with unimodal amplitude response, means for positive frequency range. It is a widely accepted criteria for measuring a system's bandwidth, but it may become ambiguous and non-unique with systems having multiple peak amplitude responses. Above is with the bandwidth of the system or filter. Here we are discussing about signal bandwidth. The bandwidth of a signal can be defined as the range of positive frequencies in which most of the energy or power lies. 3 dB bandwidth. The bandwidth of a signal xt can also be defined on a similar basis as a filter. Bandwidth such as the 3 dB bandwidth using the magnitude spectrum x omega of the signal. Band limited signal. A signal xt is called a band limited signal if the amplitude x omega is equal to 0 and this omega is greater than omega m. Thus, for a band limited signal, it is natural to define omega m as the bandwidth. Thank you.